Hello and welcome back to We the Revolution. So when we left off, we had a little note that said, this man had some form of responsibility with the death of our child. Now, I don't know the full extent of it yet. We haven't gotten there. We have this case. I haven't looked at what it is. Obviously, we have people want death, people want acquittal. I mean, honestly, looking at this, it might just be better to do the death penalty, just because we'll have that reputation bonus either way. And then with this one, at least, because it looks like they don't really care. But at least here, it'll kind of even these two out in a way. Like, I mean, I just feel like the loss here is not as bad as the loss there. So what news do we have? Okay, this is about the bodies. There was no miracle, and no infernal or heavenly powers were behind the vanishing bodies. It was merely young and inquisitive people. As we were able to establish, the bodies were dug up by medical students who wanted to examine them and conduct experiments that would be impossible with living subjects. We may be glad to see such hunger for knowledge, but is this the right way? And is there any danger that if the families learn the truth that they will surely not share the youngsters? I mean, I guess I'll allow it. I don't know what else. We have counter-revolutionary. Jeez. We got lots of rumors, actually. So White Lies ends today. Rumors. Rumors are around that you're a drunkard and a gambler. That's around for 2 more days. Supply problems, that's around for 3 more days. Or, I mean, our reputation's still great. Counter-revolutionary rumors. The tribunal's the revolutionary's enemy. A fishwife yell. Nothing relaxes like demolishing a symbol. This time they took their frustrations out on your workplace. Cool. And then what's this one? A royalist uprising. Oh, I'm assuming that's what Robespierre was maybe talking about. Okay, case file. Theft, fraud, and treason. So, Isaac, a 50-year-old Jewish widower, runs 3 Parisian inns and grants loans for a living. His daughter, 16-year-old Esther assists him. The tradesman describes himself as a zealous supporter of the revolution, as he believes that through it, Jews will finally be granted the same rights as other citizens of France. I feel like that was a lie. I don't know the relationship. I don't know that relationship. I never really studied that in history. Due to the current shortages of food supplies across the city, his primary source of income is... Isaac is suspected of having stolen military supplies with the intention of selling them in his inns. The alleged crime was witnessed by Count Jean-Philippe, one of his debtors. He notified the authorities that later that evening, or that late in the evening on Saturday, 12th September, he watched Isaac personally manage the unloading of vehicles. Okay, he knows everyone, only provides suppliers for the French army, and then his managers are that. The investigators found military chests stamped by his company in Isaac's warehouse. Their contents, wine, dried horse meat, and flour, were not mentioned in the inventory. They appeared, however, in the waybills of the garrisons in Reims. The records show that Esther is responsible for the inventory. He was immediately arrested and accused of stealing from the French army and acting against the best evidence the statement from Esther. Okay, so I'm gonna say yes. Let's look at the questions. Oh, there's 8 questions and there's a trap. Well, that's evident. That's not evidence. Is that evidence? Okay. That's evidence. What is that? The merchants. I have a cat. The merchant's warehouse. That's the crime scene. Supporter of the revolution. It's Jewish merchant. Method? Okay. It's method. That's course of events. Technically, I have 2 tries. Cool. I figured they were trying to say that his method was using his support as a cover. Jewish leech. Kill... Is that not... I don't know. Please introduce yourself. Isaac. You are accused of stealing the property of the French army and attempting to sell it. What theft? What crime? We have a witness who says they saw everything with his own eyes. This is slander, and made by the Count. He owes me money and doesn't want to pay back. The military chest found in your warehouse filled with supplies intended for the garrison in Reims rhymes are quite conclusive evidence against you. I can explain. Like I said, we kind of want to go towards death, I think. I mean, either way. He's deader. Okay. How did the daughter us? Okay. So we had to call on the daughter. Let's see. How did the computer explain the missing inventory? How did the daughter react? And then, are they relatives? Why were the chests filled with goods and listed in the waybills as prepared for the French army? Our army is not the only party buying wine and dried meat. The chests were filled with goods purchased from my supplier. You can confirm it. Marcel cannot confirm anything, as you probably already know he was found dead last week. This is the first time I've heard about it. How convenient it is to blame a dead man. Maybe to you, but I've lost my main supplier. What, you did not know about his death? Not at all. The whole thing was plotted by my debtors. They want to get rid of me. As they should. It's a plot hatched by my debtors, and I demand justice. Who was responsible for managing the inventory? My daughter, Esther. Is she the only person who can access it? I take a glance at it sometimes, but I would never get my daughter in trouble. So, do you not look over your own books? I trust her as I do myself. However, this time the goods were not noted down. It's a trivial thing. Your execution will be a trivial thing. Okay. You did not include the goods stored in the chests in your inventory to conceal the fact that they came from military supplies. Am I right? I purchased them legally. You can check it yourself. The books are carefully kept. This must be a mistake. The court has checked. The goods are not mentioned in your inventory, which leads to bigger suspicions, as the books were indeed neatly kept in the past. My daughter is responsible for books. She has been extremely ill recently and probably just forgot. Maybe you did not tell her about the goods because you did not want her involved in your crime. If you were no thief, the girl wouldn't have been left alone. There was no crime. She must have planned to write it down later. I'll stand up and kick his butt, I swear. Okay. So he said his daughter's illness. How do we know if they're relatives? Why were the vehicles belonging to the main supplier of the French army standing in front of your warehouse? They were getting ready to continue their journey. The managers of my cousin, they're cousins. And it so happened that they were delivering the same kind of good found in the military chests that were also matching the military records and were not included in your inventory. I know it must sound strange, but rip his lying tongue out. Okay. Yes, they're cousins, okay. Yeah, they're cousins, and then call on the daughter. Call on the witness, Esther. Esther, the daughter of Isaac. Are you able to testify? I can see that you were unwell. Yes, I will manage. Describe your duties in your father's company. I am responsible for the inventory and the accounts of our debtors. Why did you not list in the inventory the goods that were stored in the military chests? Since my health declined, I have neglected my duties and unfortunately forgot to include those goods in my books. Are you too weak to hold a pen? I get tired quickly, lightheaded. It is hard for me to work. Or maybe you did not want to be part of your father's crimes. The food was delivered by a regular supplier. I did not note the goods down, and that is my fault alone. What do you know about the charges brought against your father? They are based on the lies of Count. He owes my father 400,000 francs and does not want to pay it back. But you probably know that since you two know each other so well. I call the witness to order. Count, the Count has referred to his relationship with the judge directly before the trial. The judge is in bed with the counter-revolutionaries. Are you able to prove these insinuations? Unfortunately, nothing more than my own words and strong belief that I am in a place where justice must prevail. My father is not guilty. He legally purchased both the chest and the goods. Lead the witness out. She took the blame. She said she was sick. We should have another question to make him. How many employees work in your warehouse? 5, but all are sluggards and idlers. How can you explain that even though you have 5 people working for you and you are Jewish, you are personally unloading chests on the Sabbath? The manager, Jacob, ordered him to quickly unload the chest because he wanted to hit the road. I rushed to the warehouse, but it was late and none of those good-for-nothings were working. So you decided to neglect your own religion. The Sabbath is the Sabbath and business is business. I could have refused, but then I would have lost money. Times are hard. So you did not arrange the whole thing to avoid any witnesses. Witnesses of what? The unloading? Of the theft of military supplies. There were no military supplies. This is a huge misunderstanding. The lying rat. Okay, cool. We got the verdict we wanted. I mean, we've gone against the jury before. I just don't like having the, what is it, enemy of the courthouse on me for like 10 days. Ah, jeez. Fabian. Hugo Surf accused his neighbor Fabian of breaking into the shed of their own garden. He claimed the belonging to everyone and that Chef had legally locked it. We'll say innocent. Philip. Philip came home from his daughter with his lover. Breathers tried to kick the man out. The two struggled. When the girl tried to separate them, she was actually and broke her neck. I mean, that was an accident. Antoine. Private Antoine was bored, so he took it and started drawing the pattern in the sand. His colleagues... he's innocent. Yeah. I mean, he's just drawing something in the sand. Like, let's be real here. Like, I don't feel like he was doing that in a bad way. I sentenced Isaac to the guillotine. Lead the condemned out. Let's hope that our soldiers finally have something to eat. Finally! Send all the bourgeoisie to the guillotine. Yeah, I know y'all aren't happy. We have a lot of influence points, and I don't know what to do with them. I've never had this many. I guess we could give it... do we need a speech? We'll skip it. I feel like our reputation's high enough. What theft? What crime? Pull the rope. We don't even get to see it lifted up. As long as I have known you, you never were one for small talk. I believe that actions speak louder than words. What do our actions say about you and I? That we don't allow other people to control our lives. We are in charge of our own destiny. Could you at least reveal where you are from? I can tell you that, just like your brother Bruno. I have also spent some time living on the street. My older half-brother kicked me out, and yet I miss him. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be. At least now I'm strong enough to do something about it. That's why I'm giving you Archbishop's head on a plate. Why? Because he was the one who planned your son's death, and I learned of his deepest secret. What is his deepest secret? Oh, cutscene? Let me move the mouse. Oh.
Gobel's father wanted his son to have a military career. His plans changed once Gobel had an illegitimate child.
Uh-oh.
The careless heir was sent to Rome, where he was supposed to study and become a priest. The woman was taken to distant relatives in Paris. Jean-Baptiste learned about it long after he completed his education.
That bell kind of skipped for a second.
Naturally, he did everything he could to move to the capital city. His search for the woman and child were futile. That is his weak point and our chance. We have to find them before he does. Gobel will not make a move if he knows that you have his family.
That is a plan. I'll give him that. Why did Gobel attack me? You dealt with the Rolands and almost did the same to Pache. They were linked, so he must have thought that he would be your next target and decided to send you a message. Now I will send him one of my own. Kill everyone who raised a hand to your family. It's the most precious thing you have. This is your best opportunity to attack, as people are blaming the clergy for stirring the rebellion. Do we have to be reminded that he's gone? Why do you not like visiting your child's grave? What is wrong with you? I swear. She can never be happy with anything I do. Ever. Seizure successful. Okay, well, he's wounded. Just send you up there, I guess. Should I... Yeah, let's just unlock the section. We have intrigue, don't we? Oh, statue's doing pretty nicely. I think our construction rate went down a little bit. Just a little bit. But we've almost taken over everything. I don't know if I should just move towards here and just try to take this place over. Or if it's supposed to be we take over everything and then take that over. Because, like, what if I go here? I can do that. Put him there. Oh, he's injured. Oh, well. Okay, let's look at the intrigue. Okay. Seeing how you dealt with the Rolands and the mayor, Gobel now sees you as a threat. The brothel used to be an important source of income and information for him, and as the mayor, Pache allowed him to control the city. The archbishop himself planned your assassination and arranged the death of your son, forcing both the Rolands and Pache to take part in the crimes. Okay. Seeing as you dealt the Roland, okay. Now it's doing it, okay. The information of the child will surely not be a secret any longer. We need to make sure that the rumors reach in ordinary Parisians. What is this? Close will search the gutters. Diplomacy? Okay, 70%. Not the worst odds. Oh, I guess we gotta choose both. It's time to look for the rotten apples in Gobel's orchard. If we reveal the wrongdoings, he will undermine people's trust. After the rebellion, the clergy let's not involve strangers. He will personally hunt down those who have wandered from the flock. Surely threatening a few Let's do espionage. Okay. That's 70% isn't bad. Let's end the day. Day 3. I don't know how long. So, if they all average about 20 days. It's going to take a little longer than I thought. Okay, today we have several minor cases to deal with. I'll take it. Our reputation's 18. Sad. Where are these cases? Ugh, so many. Okay, 3 15-year-olds were summoning spirits. They're fine. Marquis, enraged by his loss, attacked his own servants. He cut off... That's guilty. Great. Now I gotta make them happy. Has been harassing recently said dogs on a group of children. I don't know. Do we have anything? Hold on, let's look. Okay. Mary Ann's little boy died, probably as a result of being beaten. When she brought her son to the doctor, the only thing he could do was declare him dead and call for the guard. When investigators inquired about the location of the child's father, so back to... Okay, so that fixed that a little bit. Locksmith Geoffrey was commissioned to install a lock. The Baron of Prey shows free. That's fine. Why are you okay? Dr. Hughes woken up from a slumber by the wife of a townsman. Her husband had fallen ill during supper. The physician took his time, but refused to see the patient. Couldn't find another doctor. Really? That was the... Okay, yeah. Sorry, that one was too much to say guilty for. I'm sorry. Thank you. Even the least powerful deserve justice. Go home. Evening stroll. So Grandpa is not going to be happy, no matter what. Well, I guess evening stroll wasn't terrible. Could have been worse. At least a little bit worse. Look at that! I took it over. Uh-oh. Let's save him. Buy an agent for influence points. Persuasion. Let's see. Should look for real criminals. Okay, so we have no opinion here. Well, that sounds aggressive. I don't know why. Or no, they have no opinion. The men you're arrested are working for me. They're attached. They are attached to this subject. Not bad. We'll go with it. You have the wrong man. Thank goodness you did not hurt him. These consequences would be dire. Such a misunderstanding. It is one of my assistants. Forgive me, gentlemen, that I did not inform you earlier. Your actions reek of treason. Think twice before you decide to stand against me. We have real traitors out there. Root them out, and do not discourage by failures such as this. Although in your next endeavors, do try to avoid persecuting my agents. To think we almost lynched our brother. It's good that you came along. We've already sharpened our pike for his head. Okay, we saved him. Cool. You're free. Hold on. Can you fight? Kind of. You're inciting a riot. I gotta wait. What's the entry? Oh, that one failed? Dang. Well, that one was a success. That's the first failure I think I've had. Tinville's investigation. Let us hope that the rumors stimulate Tinville's imagination enough to make him officially look into the case. It is important to cast a shadow doubt on the Archbishop to show the deputies who are scared of him that he's a weak point. What are we doing?
Please forgive me for being a little late.
You have only piqued my curiosity, Monsieur le Juge, as I cannot guess what I have done to deserve this invitation.
You must have heard rumors about Archbishop Gobel.
Come now, Alexis. You are poking fun at my intelligence. We both know that you are the author of the denunciation.
Am I?
How can you be so sure?
I am not a fool. You have eliminated Roland and Pache, and now you are trying to get Gobel. The reason why may elude me, but I do not care.
Oh. Oh, we have enough. Okay. Gobel. Carefree. I'm trying to lead, like, these days we should make an effort to show who is... He has a huge following. Maybe that was humility. Maybe that was humility.
Yes, we know what you care about most. I do not judge you.
I think I just have to
Gobel
make
is
him
no different.
intrigued.
The question is,
I don't think I have to
who
make him
will be the
satisfied.
first to meet the guillotine for being so selfish?
What do I care about anyone's bastard? The country is in flames because of the rebellion in Vendée, and I am supposed to be
Vendée.
preoccupied with something like this. An illegitimate child in Paris. Now that truly is a novelty.
I believe in your reason. Listen here. Gobel has possessed the souls of thousands of Parisians who are looking for
Possessed the
someone to answer
souls?
for the rebellion in the Vendée and the South.
Is this
They
a
need
demon
to find
church?
someone who is guilty. And you are surely too much of a man of sense to leave the choice to fate.
Your words do make some sense. These days, people are indeed full of negative thoughts.
You care about your career. Do not deny
Shake
it.
that wine glass.
Nobody can gain advancement in this city without the knowledge and approval of the Archbishop. You will be kissing the ring of a man
Waiting for that
who
to
is even
spill.
more an opportunist than you are.
It's getting real close.
Gobel is a lecherous scumbag. If we officially announce the investigation, we will give him a chance to do the right thing. And if he will not, off with his head.
I must say that your arguments are quite convincing. I will look into this subject.
Haha.
Maybe it is a good thing that fortune is on your side. After all, you want to go against Gobel.
Indeed. Apparently that increased all of our stuff with everything. So that was a success. Darn, we didn't get a perfect one. But we have 2. Just not perfect. And we don't have enough to do anything in the hideout or... We have control here. Kind of. I mean, we have influence. We just have to increase our influence there. I don't know how that's gonna quite go. Let's look at the news. The name is science. Students have promised they will steal bodies from different graveyards to avoid detection. It's something at least. Was he laughing because of that? Our reputation's back to 20. Everything else is okay. Let's see. Y'all want acquittal? The common folk are gonna go be back to like... I was so good with the common folk, and now we're gonna be back to like the middle. But we kind of get positive with both, so that might be the way we go. Unfortunately, I think this is what we're gonna do for now. I think we're gonna just end this one right here because it's the start of a new day. I don't want to get too far in this day and then we have to like end the video in the middle because then it gets kind of awkward, and I know the last few videos have been kind of long, so I'm gonna make this one just a little on the shorter side. But without further ado, Hope you have a good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time of the day it is when you're watching this, and I hope to see y'all next time.